In this lesson, we're going to learn how to say the expression you must in Japanese. To do this, we need to use the verb in the plain negative, and then we're going to add an expression to the end of that to explain in Japanese that to say must, you use a double negative. Let's see what I mean by that. To start with, remembering our plain form of our weak verbs, plain negative form of our weak verbs, remembering you remove the must and add nai. For example, mimas becomes minai, kimas, kinai, demas, denai, tabemas, tabenai, akemas, akenai, shimenai, okimas, okinai, abimas, abinai. Just by taking the must and adding the nai, we have the plain negative saying not. To not watch, to not wear, to not exit, to not eat, to not open, to not close, to not wake up, and to not take a shower. Remembering in the strong verbs, we need to change from the I row after removing the must, going up to the A row, and then adding nai for our strong verbs. For example, kaimasu would become kawanai, utaimasu, utawanai, kakimasu, kakanai, hatarakimasu, hatarakanai, hanashimasu, to speak, hanasanai, not speak, tachimasu, tatanai, machimasu, matanai. And if you look at the hiragana chart, all of these show going from the I row to the A row. Shinimasu becomes shinanai, asobimasu, asobanai, yobimasu, yobanai, nomimasu, to drink, nomanai, not drink, yomanai, not read, hashiranai, not run, furanai, not fall of snow and rain. Once again, remembering we take off the must, change the remaining hiragana to the A row, and add nai. So once we have our plain negative, we want to add the expression if, meaning if you don't. If you don't watch, if you don't eat. Because we're preparing the condition of if you don't do it, it's not any good. So, to the nai form, or the plain negative form, we're going to take away the I and add kereba. Kereba literally gives us the if. Minai, minakereba. Tabenai, to not eat. Tabena, taking off the I, add kereba. Tabena kereba, if you don't eat it. So this is a really good start for all sorts of expressions on talking about if you don't do things. Ikimasu, ikanai, not go. Ikanai, take off the I, add kereba. Ikana kereba, if you don't go. And then we're going to talk about what happens as a result. Ikana kereba, if you don't go. Tabena kereba, if you don't eat. And of course we can put objects and places in front of those verbs later on. Narimasen is the Japanese verb to say it won't become, or something will not turn out that way. So if we add that now to tabenakereba, narimasen, it literally saying if you don't eat it, it won't become. In other words, you must. Tabenakereba, narimasen. Same with go, we change to ikanakereba, if you don't go, narimasen, it won't become. Ikanakereba, narimasen. If you don't go, it won't become. So this is how we make the must expression in Japanese, using the kereba and then adding narimasen to the plain negative after removing the I. Nai, remove the I, na, add kereba, nakereba, and narimasen. The best way to practice this is repetition. Minai, minakereba, minakereba narimasen. You must watch. Minakereba narimasen. Kinai, to not wear. Kinakereba, if you don't wear it. Kinakereba narimasen. You must wear it. Denai, denakereba, denakereba narimasen. You must go out. You must exit. You must leave. Tabenai, to not eat. Tabenakereba, if you don't eat. Tabenakereba narimasen. You must eat. Akenakereba narimasen. You must open it. Shimenakereba narimasen. You must close it. Okinakereba narimasen. You must wake up. You might say something like Rokuji ni okinakereba narimasen. You must wake up at 6 o'clock. Abinakereba narimasen. Shower o abinakereba narimasen. You must take a shower. Shower o abinakereba narimasen. Na form kereba narimasen. It does sound like a bit of a mouthful, but try and practice with a little bit of a beat to it, and you'll remember these quite quickly. Minakereba narimasen. Kinakereba narimasen. Denakereba narimasen. Tabenakereba narimasen. There is another expression meaning the same thing. Instead of using kereba and narimasen, we can also use the te form of the negative, which is to say na kute on the end of the verb. So we're taking the I off the plain negative, adding kute, having nakute, and then we're going to add our expression ikemasen, saying it's no good, you must not do it. So now we've got you must not, which is like a double negative one more time. Nakute wa ikemasen. So we have two different ways of saying must. I have heard that nakereba narimasen is more about globally just having to do something because they're the rules. Like, benkyou shinakereba narimasen, you must study. Whereas nakute wa ikemasen is a little bit more like you've made the promise or you're kind of said you're going to do it. But they still mean must. Both of them can be used to mean must. Benkyou shinakute wa ikemasen. I must study. Yasai, being vegetables. Yasai o tabenakereba narimasen. You must eat vegetables. Yasai o tabenakute wa ikemasen. Same meaning, two different expressions. Nakereba narimasen. Nakute wa ikemasen. Soji is cleaning. Soji shinakereba narimasen. I must clean. Soji shinakereba narimasen. Also, soji shinakute wa ikemasen. Soji shinakute wa ikemasen. Same meaning, both mean must. You must. Tekisuto, being your textbook. Tekisuto o yomanakereba narimasen. You must read the textbook. Tekisuto o yomanakereba narimasen. Our other version, tekisuto o yomanakute wa ikemasen. Tekisuto o yomanakute wa ikemasen. You may hear a parent saying, Hayaku okinakereba narimasen. Hurry up, you must wake up. Hayaku okinakute wa ikemasen. Same meaning, both mean must, just two different expressions to say must.